Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome to Purpose, Passion, and Power with Jessica Lynn. It is July the 7th, the first Sunday of the month, so that means that we are going to have a fabulous time in this 5 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time hour on KUAW, Kansas City's global community radio station. You're tuned in to Purpose, Passion, and Power with Jessica Lynn. I have some powerhouses in the house tonight, and I'm so excited about it. Listen, I want to give some updates and some announcements. And first, I just want to thank everyone for tuning into the show. We are excited about what has been taking place in the community. There's so many things, great things happening, and we have 3 powerhouses here to share some things that's happening in their lives, and I'm just excited. We are going to be meeting 2 of the Giving Hope and Help Education is Your Passport scholarship recipients. Yay! So that just took place. You've heard me announcing it for months now, and our scholarship program took place on June the 20th. It truly was an evening of amazement. That was our theme, an evening of amazement, and it truly was. And I'm so blessed to have 2 of the beautiful scholarship recipients here. One is college bound to UMKC, and the other is college bound to Penn Valley on a full ride scholarship from the Giving Hope and Help and MCC partnership. And we're just so excited to meet them. You can say hey.
Hey.
Hi. Then we have the powerhouse herself in the flesh here on the Purpose, Passion, and Power Show. I'm so excited. The season, the powerhouse, the beautiful, none other than Miss Dion King.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
I'm excited about what we're going to talk about today.
I'm so
This
excited.
sounds
Yes, this is going to be dope. Oh, yes, I love it. So listen, I'm going to talk to the scholars just right off the bat. And I want to know what's going on, what has happened in this last month in your life. Something big took place called graduation. So we want to talk about that. We want to talk about your journey, what inspired you to continue to strive to be your best. We've got an athlete here. I consider a cheerleader an athlete.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, because that is stamina, perseverance, all of those things mixed in one, plus a scholar. Just beautiful. And then we have Miss Adriana. Let's talk to you, Miss Adriana. Tell us about you. Tell us what high school you went to. Just give us your stats. I mean, we celebrated you at the scholarship program. She's pulling it up on her phone. She's so unbelievable. See, this is what I'm talking about. She's already got it ready. You know what I'm saying? She's ready. She's ready. So tell us a little bit about you, Miss Adriana.
Okay, of course. So like you said, I'm Adriana, and I graduated from Sumner Academy. It's on the Kansas side. Kansas City, Kansas is the #1 in Kansas.
Yeah.
So,
so Miss Dion is tooting the horn.
Academy.
Sumner Academy alumni in the house.
Yes.
All right.
Is that what we do now? I don't know.
I think that's what we do.
in the fall, I'm gonna go to UMKC, and my major is undecided, but I'm looking into Spanish and also psychology.
Awesome.
Because I am a native speaker, so I have Hispanic culture in my veins.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I just hope to learn a lot about like people and the way they live, and that's why I chose like psychology, because I also took IB classes in high school, and I actually received my results just yesterday, and I was pretty proud of them.
Awesome. You want to share?
No, not on the air.
Well, you were proud of them, so that's good enough for us.
Yes.
That's good.
And well, that's a little bit about myself. Right now, I'm in the summer, so I'm working at. I have an internship at the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City.
Awesome.
And I'm working as an activities director, leading kids, teaching them about financial literacy and the economy. And I also have another job. I'm working at Chipotle right now as well.
Awesome. One of my favorites. Yes. What's your favorite thing to eat at Chipotle? Just a fun fact.
Favorite thing to eat at Chipotle is the guac. That's so
it's
basic.
Definitely on point. Always,
Yes.
always on point. Awesome, awesome. Well, we're just so excited to meet you, and we're going to dig a little bit deeper about your being a scholar pretty much your whole life and some of the other scholarships. Tell us a little bit about the other scholarships that you received.
Okay, so we were just talking about this, and it feels like it was a list. So I'm so proud of myself.
Good.
And
I love that.
Yes.
So starting my junior year, like this was one of the most recent scholarships, and it came from Kaufman Scholars, and like that was something that you said that you had. And since it had discontinued, I believe they started Casey Scholars, and so that was the scholarship I have, which is $10,000 for 5 years, to Kansas City schools. And so I chose UMKC, and that was my first scholarship, and like that was a big deal to me because it's a lot of money.
Yes.
And it's like really helped me, like push me to do more, and especially to apply for more scholarships, because it's like I have one, I know I can do more. So then I think it was like October like 2018, I applied to like Burger King Scholars, and like to me it wasn't a big deal, like, oh, it's just Burger King. And but then like it was a long time, like a long wait. I had totally forgotten about it. And in April, I received an email, and it surprised me. It was like, you won a scholarship from Burger King. And I was like, when did I even apply? I forgot about it.
Wow,
so
that's amazing.
So that was the second scholarship. And I still applied to more. And even though I didn't hear back from them, like I still applied, and I think that's what counts, like getting out there.
Absolutely.
And then the last one, besides this one, from the Education Issue Passport, I also received the Hispanic Development Fund Scholarship, and that's through the Hispanic
community.
Yeah. Awesome. And it's through the Greater Kansas City Chamber. And so through that, it was late May when we had our scholarship reception. And it was really great. Like there was over, I think, 100 scholars.
Wow.
Yeah. And like I had multiple friends who got it, and it was really great. Past recipients that I knew that were older than me. And like they showed me like a really great community. Likewise, you guys. And it was really great to attend, and there were so many things like to do, and like I'm looking forward to like connecting with them in college, like with that community as well. And so then right now I also have the Education is Your Passport Scholarship, which is really great. Well, it's not a set amount of money. It was actually the laptop and a book bag full of supplies and the bed set for my dorm in college, because I will be moving into the dormitories in the fall.
Awesome.
And so that really helped me a lot, like this scholarship, because it wasn't something like, okay, I have the money. It was like I actually have something physical
that you needed.
Yeah.
So you needed a laptop.
Yeah.
And you needed a backpack filled with those things. And you needed the bed set.
So
awesome.
Okay, there's a few things to go with each one of the items I received with the scholarship. Like for the bed set, like the day before you called me to tell me that I had won the scholarship, I actually just received like a pamphlet in the mail from UMKC, and they're like selling bed sets.
Oh, okay.
And like things for your dorms, like towels, toiletries, stuff like that. And like they had the prices. They were like, order soon, and otherwise like it'll get sold out. So I was like, I really have to do this. Like I have to order now. I'm not gonna get any bed sheets, cause like they're different sizes. Cause I guess they're like extra long. So I was like, okay, I have to get them through here because I'm not sure if they'll actually fit. And so then the next day, like I told my mom about it, right? And she was like we really don't have the money in our budget for this right now. And so like I was bummed out. Like I was disappointed. Like I thought I was excited to like have the bed sets already, but then I wasn't able to. And then you called me the next day.
Wow.
And yeah, so it was pretty exciting. You had called me the next day, and you told me about me winning the scholarship, and it like completely changed my mind about all my disappointment about not having anything for my dorm.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was great. Like I was so shocked.
What a blessing. Well, you deserved it. And so you worked hard, and you somehow learned about the scholarship. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so on my scholarship search, I like just search Google, search Instagram, search Facebook. So one night I was searching on Facebook for scholarships, and like I went through my search like scholarship, like that's all I searched, scholarship. So like I did a deep search, and I was searching, and like it goes through like your friends is likes, like your friend likes this, you should check it out. So that was something that I was looking into, and the Giving Hope and Help scholarship page, it popped up because my past mentor, Crystal Everett, who I follow on Facebook from 2020 Leadership, she likes the page. And so I checked it out. I opened the page, and I was like, what is Giving Hope and Help? Like, what is this? And so I like went through the page. I did my research. Like, it turns out like they have a scholarship. And so I went to the website, and I applied. I got all my information together, and I applied, and then I got the call. Like, I got the scholarship. So it was pretty great.
How awesome is that? Yeah. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So what I want the community to know from what you said in a nutshell is that there are scholars out there that don't have the income laying around to buy laptops and things that they need and dorm bedding, and your set from us is extra long. Ha! So you're welcome. And so we want the community to know that the scholarship, like Adriana said, is not she didn't receive the legacy $500 scholarship, but she received a brand new laptop in the box, a Hewlett Packard, a bed in a back set, extra long. And she received a backpack full of supplies and necessities and inspirational items and educational books from different donors. And so, of course, I do want to say thank you to all of you that donated in the community for our scholars. This is changing lives. You just heard the testimony of Adriana Suarez, who was just blown away that she received the scholarship, and she no longer had to figure out how she was going to purchase just a bed set for her dormitory at UMKC. So we're just so excited, and congratulations on all of your accomplishments, achievements. She's a phenomenal scholar. Tell us what your we celebrated you with great accolades the evening of amazement, and graduating again from Sumner Academy with a what GPA?
4.161.
4.161 cumulative GPA. I don't know about you, but that's phenomenal. Pretty phenomenal. And we're just excited. We're excited for all of our scholars, whether it's a 2.5 or 4.1. To graduate from high school and be college bound is a phenomenal accomplishment. And we want to celebrate our scholars. So we're going to move on to Miss Maria McConaughey. Hello there, sweet, beautiful girl. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good. I'm so thankful that you're here. Tell us a little. Yes. Tell us a little bit about Maria and how the scholarship has affected you. What high school? Give us your information. You're an athlete. You're doing so many things. You're in 2020 leadership. Tell us all about you.
Okay, so I graduated from Bonner Springs High School this year, and my story is a little bit different from Adriana's. And so I have been applying to so many scholarships, and I've been trying to I think I applied to 28 in less than a day.
Wow.
And I didn't hear it back from anyone. So I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? The whole year I was stressed. I was like, I'm going to look into cheerleading scholarships. I'm going to look into all these scholarships. And my mom was like, Maria, you need to go on Giving Hope and Help's website, and you need to go look at her scholarship. And I was like, okay. And she was like, it's to Penn Valley. And I was like, deep inside, I was like, I really don't want to go to a community college. And God kind of fixed my heart. He was just Maria, right now you don't know where you're going to go. You don't know what your future looks like. You don't know anything about anything. So I was like, okay, God, let me get my act together. Let me get it together to focus on what I really need to focus on. And so I applied to the scholarship, and I reached out to you, and you were so excited about me applying for the scholarship.
So super excited.
And I was just like, yay, like something's looking brighter on the brighter side for me, because I was so stressed. Senior year itself is stressful.
Yes, say that again.
Senior year itself is very, very stressful. So not knowing what college you want to go to and haven't made your mind up about what you want to study and all of that, it was stressful itself.
Yeah.
So receiving the scholarship, I was so excited.
Wow.
It took like a weight off of my shoulders. I don't have to pay for anything. I already have a Chromebook myself. I'm staying at home. I'm commuting every day, so gas is a thing that we have to look at. I don't have I don't have to pay for anything. All I have to do is stay motivated and get my head in the books and just go to school.
Well,
That's
I'm
all
so
I have
excited.
to do.
I'm elated that you said God fixed your heart about going to Penn Valley. That's amazing. Amazing, because a lot of students want to leave home. And it's not by coincidence that both of you are staying in Kansas City. One, you're staying on campus, and one, you're going to be commuting.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that is phenomenal because there is so much to offer here and so much support that you have at home. And with your major being physical therapy,
Yes, ma'am.
that is phenomenal. You're going to be able to get the support of your parents and the support of Giving Hope and Help. Because one of the things about Giving Hope and Help is, and I tell the scholars all the time, we are here to not only give hope and help the evening of the event. We're here to help you throughout your 4 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And so we are going to be here for you and support you in that. With the decision to go to Penn Valley and then to get the scholarship, tell us a little bit how you felt when you received the phone call.
Well, my mom actually was like asking me, Maria, have you heard anything? Have you heard anything? And I was like, no, not yet. And then I received the email, and I was so happy, like tears, like crying tears, because I was just excited, because I applied to Penn Valley maybe a few months before I actually knew about the scholarship.
Right.
So I applied. I was thinking, like, I applied to JCC, KCC, like I applied to all these local places because, like, why not? And after I filled out the application and everything, and my mom kept asking me about it, and then I finally got the email, and she was like, I'm so proud of you. It was just like accomplishment, you know, like,
exactly.
you know, I made my parents proud. I made myself proud, and I'm starting off with debt free. So
debt free. Wow. And you're welcome to chime in, Miss Dion. She said debt free. I mean, that makes it even sweeter. And so we're just so excited for you. We're excited that you're going to be going to Penn Valley and the support system that you will have there. One of the things that I want to bring out, that both of these ladies happen to be, I don't believe in coincidences, but they both happen to be 2020 leadership students. So that's amazing in itself right there.
Yes.
And the executive director was at the Evening of Amazement. And so she witnessed you all and was excited that you all received the scholarship. I just think it's amazing. Now, Maria, with the cheerleading, how many years have you been doing cheerleading?
I was a cheerleader for 2, but I was a dancer for I think 8 or 9 years, and I stopped dancing to cheerlead.
And
So
you're still
it's
dancing at church and
Yes,
and
ma'am.
things like
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
Yes. So where do you see yourself going with the dancing? Do you see yourself teaching or?
Definitely teaching. This past weekend, I was helping Creative Movements with their recital, and it just reminded me of this is where I'm supposed to be, teaching and helping young kids, young girls specifically, and changing their lives, and just being a good role model.
Yes, excellent. I love it. Isn't this just beautiful? This is so exciting. Now, you two met at the Evening of Amazement. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you exchanged numbers? Are we getting connected with each other?
We have not.
So I would implore you to do so.
Oh, yes.
Because you're both on the track to greatness, and you're both going to be staying in Kansas City, and you both just graduated in 2019. And of course, you have the same common denominator of being Giving Hope and Help college scholarship recipients. That's a tongue twister in itself. So, ladies, I'm excited. Is there anything else you can share?
I would just like to say thank you from me and my family for giving me this opportunity, because without you, like, I don't know where I would be going to school.
Wow.
And it means a lot.
Okay, now. Here we come. Here we come.
And
oh, my gosh.
And I can't wait, because my brothers are coming along, and my brother's just starting freshman year. So we always know that, like, with your help that, you know, we can.
But this is what it's all about. We want to support you. We want to support scholars. It's amazing that I didn't know your story. I didn't know you shared that today about the, you know, getting I need to order this bed set, and your mom says it's not in the budget. That lets me know that we're doing the right thing. And so for the community, wow, you should share this. You should share this because it's proof in the pudding that we're making a difference and changing and impacting lives. We have a scholarship recipient that has received so many scholarships from other organizations that she's not actually going to have to pay for college. And then she's received the things that she needs that she didn't get from other organizations, from Giving Hope and Help, like the laptop, bed set, and those things. And then Miss Maria is not going to have to pay anything for her first 2 years of college. And it is Giving Hope and Help's vision. And I'm just going to put it out there. It's our vision to support you when you graduate from Penn Valley, that you can apply for another scholarship to receive your bachelor's. And so that's where we're going, Miss King. That's where we're going.
Can I interject
Please,
something too?
please go
As
right
they were
ahead.
talking, I was like thinking about 20-something years ago when I was, you know, sitting in the same position. I received a full ride scholarship from Project Choice. That's what it was called back in the day, Project Choice, where it was a full ride to any college in the United States. And so I chose to go to Drake University, but I had no clue really the magnitude of what really a scholarship meant or what tuition meant until I was standing in the bookstore. And there were about 6 books I was required to get, as well as other classmates behind me, the same amount of books. The books were like crazy expensive. And many of them had to call home. They were asking for more money. Some just could not get the extra money. And I had a check, you know, from Mr. Kaufman of whatever I needed. And that was the first time I realized the depth of how much our community wants to see us do well.
Yes.
And it was such a confirmation that I am going to be successful because I have people back home that believe in me.
Wow.
So much so that they've put money behind me. And when people put their money behind you, it's serious, because people don't just throw out
full ride scholarships and
No, they don't do
laptops
that.
and $10,000 a year.
Exactly. So the community believes in you. The community wants to see you thrive and do well. You are a part of us, but you're also the next level. You are the extension. And so that makes you feel good. I think when you're having those times when you're wavering or doubting or just need some extra inspiration, know that there's a number of people that want to see you do well and are your cheerleaders.
Yes.
Whether you know us or not, we are expecting great things because we've invested money into great people.
That's
so
good.
what I love about
That's
it.
so good.
Yeah.
That's so good. I think we have a caller. We have a caller in. Hello there. How are you? Welcome to Purpose, Passion, and Power. Who am I speaking with?
Hello, this is Jordan Stafford.
Hi, Jordan Stafford. Hi.
Hello, how are y'all?
Oh, we are great. Hello. Well, we have another Giving Hope and Help scholarship recipient on the line. And this is Mr. Jordan Stafford, all the way from Plano, Texas.
Yes,
He
ma'am.
received the Giving Hope and Help scholarship of the laptop, the backpack, and the bed set.
That's it.
And he also received, tell us what else you received, Mr. Jordan.
I received the Legacy Award, which was the $500 cash scholarship.
Wow. In my grandparents' honor. And I'm so excited. The Alexander Senior and Cleo McCallop Giving Award,
That's
Legacy
awesome.
of Giving. And so Mr. Stafford also happens to be the nephew of Miss Dion King. There is no coincidences, but in this case, we're
You can see
excited
how big
about
I'm
it.
smiling,
The
right?
smile is just all across the room, so we're just excited. Jordan, we're so excited that you called in. I know that you are all the way. Oh wow, she's showing some pictures of me and you right now, Jordan.
Oh,
From the event. So real quick, Jordan, just tell us in a nutshell what the scholarship means to you and how it has affected you and your family.
the scholarship has already made a major impact to me because I don't have to worry about how I'm going to access my online books or how, like, you have that studying at midnight, nothing's open, you can't connect to your professor, you can't just like go up to the classroom and say, hey, I have a question. The laptop is really, really going to help me because I can just look up on Google. I can just, if my professor's up late at night, I can just send him an email and say, hey, I have a question to this, or, how do I solve this, or just a question I have. I can search it on up on my laptop. And with y'all providing me this, I don't have to worry about having to buy one. I don't have to. It just takes a buttload of stress off of me.
That is so
I'm
amazing.
very grateful for the laptop. I'm very grateful for the bed sheets and the toiletries, the school supplies. That's just a blessing.
Well, I
And
am so
really
excited.
appreciate it for it.
I'm so excited. And so I have a disclaimer for you and Adriana and Miss Maria. I need to see pictures of the dorms when you get those bed sets set up. We're going to show the community your dorm room dressed in the outfits, and Miss Maria, we're going to show your beautiful face on campus, if that's all right.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Maybe at the financial aid line saying, I don't have to stand in this line. And so we're just excited, Jordan, that you were able to call in. Thank you so much. You did share with me, and I'd love for you to share with everyone, if you can, what the $500 legacy in my grandparents' honor scholarship did for you.
Yes, being one of those scholars and asking to go, I'm just so honored and deeply humbled to have accepted the Legacy Award. And I was touched how your grandfather drove people around whenever they needed when they needed help. The $500 cash scholarship really helped me to pay my dorm room deposit because I had no idea how I was going to pay it. I didn't know if I would have the money in time to pay it. And before I received the scholarship, I was like, oh, crap, now I'm going to have to put in a double at work. And so I just really appreciate that scholarship. It's helped me so much. I'm just stress-free.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And my aunt would tell you that I was stressing on the way up to
Kansas
Kansas
City,
to receive the scholarship. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to pay the dorm supply. Do I just stay in Texas and just save my money so I can just pay the scholarship myself?
Kleenex.
I mean, not scholarship, the dorm room fee myself. But yeah, it's a blessing.
It is a blessing, and that's what it's all about. And I'm looking at Maria, and I'm looking at Adriana, and I'm gonna visualize that I'm looking at you, Jordan, and all of the scholars, and even the scholars that receive scholarships from other organizations. When you do your best, God will always do the rest. And that is my motto. When you do your best, God will always do the rest. So you don't have to stress about it, because there is obviously a community of people that are behind you that you didn't even know about. You didn't even know about the Full Ride Scholarship. Jordan, you're all the way in Texas, and this little old me, Mrs. McClellan, granted you and with the team, the scholarship committee team chose you to receive the scholarship. Did I know your full story? No. Did I only know you from what you put on the application? So what am I saying? When you do your best, God will always do the rest. And it's just a natural law. It's a spiritual and natural law. Those who don't believe, they say the universe, God is making that happen too. So I always do give him the credit. And I just thank you guys so much. Jordan, thank you so much for calling in. You want to give a shout out to your auntie? She's sitting right here in tears.
Oh, yeah, I can see her. I'm watching it live on Facebook, too.
Hi,
I want to
Jordan.
thank her for introducing me to you. And without her, I wouldn't have this scholarship.
You know what is so funny, Jordan, and I don't know if you know this, but the day that I physically met your aunt, she didn't know who I was in regards to Giving Hope and Help.
Not at all.
And I told her about the Giving Hope and Help Scholarship. Now, she and I were Facebook friends, but we were new Facebook friends, so we really didn't know each other, and we said we needed to meet, and we needed to connect, and we never did. And lo and behold, she's at an event of one of my other powerhouse friends, Miss Kira, hello, and Miss Maria's mommy. You can say that.
That's my mama.
And so your aunt and I physically met, and she said that her nephew had applied for the scholarship. Now, she didn't know that I was Giving Hope and Help. That is so amazing. And so I said, well, what is your nephew's name? And she told me your name. And I said, well, I will check to see if he's applied, but I'll check with the scholarship committee to see if he's applied, if he has applied. And I had messaged her back that I had not received an application from you. And she said, oh, it's coming. And it came. And the scholarship, everybody on the scholarship committee selected each and every one of you. And I don't select you from the beginning. I let them do that because I would give it to everyone, literally. So it is no small change that you all were selected, and so I'm excited. We have people on the scholarship committee are like, she didn't quite make the cut, Mom, or she didn't quite make the cut, Jessica, but you guys made the cut hands down. And I do want to give a shout out to Miss Maria, who was the very first scholarship application we received. I don't know if you know that. But she was the very first scholarship application we received. And it was really empowering because this is our first year offering full ride scholarships through our partnership with Metropolitan Community Colleges, Kansas City. And to receive the first scholarship application to be a student that wants a full ride was just confirmation for me that we were on the right track and we were doing the right thing. So scholars, hats off to you all. Mr. Jordan, all the way in Texas, where I went to school my first year in college and left a full ride scholarship.
You did tell that story.
I told that story. And so I'm thankful that my journey led me to the 6-hour wait line. So also in your journey, scholars, when you are, experiencing things that are not maybe going your way, remember, do your best, and God will always do the rest. I love you, scholars, and thank you for tuning in. You too can stay and chime in. We're going to turn it over to Mrs. Dion King. We're going to talk about everything that's going on with her. So I hope you got your seatbelts on because the powerhouse is about to take over the microphone. Hello, Miss Dion.
Hello, Facebook Live. Hello, KUAW community.
Yes.
I'm excited to be here. I have so much stuff to talk about, so I know we probably don't have a chance to do all of it.
We
but
got about 25 minutes, honey, and I know you can get some of it in.
We're going to pack it in,
yes.
And it's going to be really, really nice.
Let's get it in.
So I'm excited to be here. You asked me first off to just talk about who I am, what I do. I am a native of the Dot, Wyandotte County, Kansas City, Kansas, and
I
very
think these
proud
are the
of
Dot
that.
too.
Yes,
so I was born in the
You were
Dot,
born
but
in the
I'm
Dot.
like KC Mo girl.
Yeah, so extremely proud, a product of Sumner Academy of Arts and Science.
Yes.
A few years ago, but did extremely well. And I just think that school and that community produces a lot of great leaders. Just had an opportunity to have community that supports you.
Yeah.
That makes a difference when you know that there are people that care.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, it's simple. It's a soft thing, but it makes a big impact on people, especially when you are really trying to figure out what you're going to do in life.
Yes, yes.
I had absolutely no idea. I'm going to tell you the truth. I used to hate when people would come up to me when I was graduating and say, what do you want to be when you grow up? It was so much pressure to make one decision that's going to affect the rest of my life. I don't even know what I want to be right now. I'm still trying to figure that out. I think you morph into a lot of things. You pivot when things don't work. You find other avenues, something else, maybe a new passion. And so it's not always just one set path. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk to the scholars today, that there are opportunities that you will have that will be totally different than what you had charted out on your notes or what, some of your counselors have positioned you for. And it's okay. It's okay to try new things. College is a great time to discover and to learn new people. You'll get a chance to be exposed to a whole different thoughts and theories, and I would encourage you to take that in because it
Yes.
enhances who you are and it gives you depth, and you will go beyond, way beyond a lot of people that don't have the opportunities, unfortunately, that you have. So I was fortunate to be, like I said before, a Kaufman's, have this Kaufman Scholarship, Project Choice, and I was very focused going into school. I knew that I wanted to do well, so I stayed focused. Like, no boyfriends, no, I partied somewhat, but there was just this thing that I knew this was an opportunity, and so many people were depending on me to do well, that I had to.
And that was my thing, and that's both of our things. I went to two HBCUs undergrad, and then I went to Baker University for my master's. But in my undergrad, HBCUs are known for bands and partying, and they're also known to produce some of the most powerful people in the country. You look at all
That's
your
an odd combination, isn't it?
it is. It is. But when you are there for a purpose, you can balance everything. And so my thing was going to college. I saw them come and go. People, meaning come to college and leave before graduation. And there's always a party. There's always a party. There'll always be a party that you can attend. But you have to make certain that you're focused. So my whole thing as to when I was in college, I had a full ride scholarship my first year, did very well, transferred to another school, and I knew that I was on my own. And when you're on your own, things are perceived much different. And so I knew that I had to make it, Adriana. I knew that I had to go there and kill it, regardless, because I had to make it. 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 So when you go in with purpose, you can make it.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to go to all the parties. You can go to a few, but you don't have to go to all of them. You have to decide what is it that you're here for. So remember that when you go to college. What are you there for?
I'm glad you said that too, because that was another thing. Aside from people saying, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And you had to pick this one thing. So I literally just scripted out something that sounded great and said it, but I really
Because it
didn't
sound
know.
good.
Right? How do I know? I've never been to college, so that was one thing. The other thing is really pursuing passion. I had no idea what that means. That sounds like really deep, and I just wasn't that kid. But now that I've grown into some things, I've understood it's what your like is. It's what you desire. It's what you feel fulfilled in. It's what you could get paid for or do it for free, and you still feel some sense of accomplishment with it. And you don't have to just have one passion. Like, I think there's so many facets to us as human beings, as spiritual beings from God, that there's a number of passions stored up in us, a number of talents that we'll be able to display. And I just think college will direct you and give you guidance. College is just really about, can you be disciplined enough to study something new
And finish.
and finish? That's really what it is.
Most people who graduate with a degree really don't operate in that degree unless it's like medicine.
None of my degrees.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
what I'm doing today.
to a degree. I mean, I have a degree in marketing and master's in management, so I am working that to a degree, but not for anybody else, but for myself
Yeah.
after 20 years in working for somebody else. So
Well, my degree is in political science, so because I thought I was going to
Totally
go down
different.
a legal. Yeah, it's totally different now. But like I said, there's pivots and there's opportunities for you to pursue different passions that take you down a different road. And it's okay that you may not be in the same track that you started off with. So,
exactly.
but I think what was key is that you said that you finish.
That's exactly, because once you get that piece of paper, whether you change your mind, you're undecided with your degree, what you want to major in, it's fine, because most people don't operate in the degree that they have anyway. And most college kids change their major. I changed my major. I was going to be a teacher, and I changed it to marketing. You were in political science.
But my mom said, do not change my major. I remember being in my junior year. She said, just see it through, finish it out.
Just finish it out.
Because people just want to know that you finished.
They
And,
want to know that you finished.
That was good advice for me, because I was getting ready to change and start all over again. So the time that I had invested, I think, still has prepared and tooled me, but just kind of figured out I had a different path than when I initially went in.
Would you
So-
agree that finishing college is a transient skill that will fit you in any workforce or
goodness,
any,
yes.
any passion or
Yes.
purpose that you have? It's
Absolutely.
a transient experience and skill that
It
you
is.
can use, in anything you do.
Yeah.
So
It transfers well. It allows you to have those skills that build, mature you, gives you that strength to to be able to weather the storms in any type of area. So yeah, I think it's a great training
Awesome.
ground.
So I want to talk a little bit about your firm, what you've got going on right now.
Okay.
So tell us about your firm.
I am so excited. I have so much going on.
Wow.
I am the CEO and strategic consultant for DMK Consults, and we primarily are an executive leadership development firm. Basically, we help people do better. So when
Awesome.
executives say, I want, this in my life, or I want to leave corporate America and start my own thing, I've been influential in really helping some key people, not only in this region, but in the United States. And that's what I'm excited about and wanted to share with you today, is that 3 years ago when I went on this journey of owning my own firm, and yes, I was scared. That's the number one question I get from a lot of women. Were you scared when you did this? Yes. And I'm scared today, but that never paralyzes me, and I don't allow that to be my excuse to stop.
A baby's
So-
scared when they take their first step.
Yeah. And I didn't step, I jumped with both feet.
We have to jump.
And then I built the parachute on the way down. I heard
I
that.
love
I think
it.
that's not my quote, but I heard that and I was like, that is so me. And I figured it out on the way. And I thank God I had clients already lined up before I left. And so that was instrumental for me being able to launch this firm. But it's grown from regional focus to a lot of national companies. For example, I remember talking to you about Colin Kaepernick. People say, what is it that you exactly do? I specialize in diversity and inclusion. While my firm is only 3 years old, I've built a niche and expertise in diversity and inclusion for 14 years, so I'm not new at this. But what I do is I speak to how we can grow companies in ways where there are people that look like you and me at the table, particularly in underrepresented or historical places where we don't normally function and thrive, where women or people of color are not in leadership position and they're not the key decision makers. And so my job is to help them build these companies, build processes and procedures where they're thinking about that. It's almost changing behavior and changing thought, things that we are ingrained with on how we think to be truth and right. I'm sometimes going in and retraining and helping people to develop better skills on, yeah, you can include other people, and it doesn't take away your slice of the pie. This pie is so big that everybody can have it and be successful in that. And what statistics shows us is that the more diverse people, the more diversity you have at the table of key decision makers, the better service and better product you will give your client. Why? Because there's so many different perspectives, and it's not coming from just one thought vein. And so that's what I do. The other thing, I'm also a mediator. So I like to sit in between people that are arguing and fighting and help them come to amicable, something they can work with.
Solution.
Yeah. And while I'm not a lawyer and I don't give advice, I am trained to guide conversations to where they can be, it's not a lot of cussing. Well, we do get a lot of cussing in the room, but I direct it in a way where it's progress. Many times when people sit down with each other, they have not actually talked to each other, and that's why they're in court. And so my job, before they stand in front of the judge, is for them to try to work out something that they both can live with.
Sure. And this is family mediation?
It's family. Thank you for asking. I do civil and domestic. Domestic is family, child's parenting schedules, divorce, those type of things. And then civil is landlord-tenant. It's also you cut down my bush in my yard and I'm mad, so now I want you to pay for it. Those type of things too. So it can be a number of things. I'm looking to expand my reach to religious organizations, home associations. I'm sure they probably disagree on a lot of
I'm
things
sure.
in those type of
They can't
associations.
paint their house that color.
Yeah, and so I think those type of ways, any place where people disagree is where I think a mediator adds value. And
Awesome.
so I've been doing that for a number of years, so much so now that I am a speaker on the circuit for for training other mediators, and I create curriculum and teach courses at some of the colleges. And so it's been a great opportunity these last 3 years. I have learned to just say yes.
Oh,
yes
that's
to
so
every
good.
opportunity. If I don't know what I'm doing, I will learn it as I go.
Well, I
And
thank you for saying yes to coming here today.
thank you for inviting me.
Yes, I
Yeah.
thank you for that. And I'm excited about everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to get to know you more and know more about what is coming up next
Okay.
for
Yeah.
your mastermind.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Masterminds is something that I created along with my advisory board on how can we help other business builders like myself. And we get together, we try to do so quarterly. It's called the DMK Masterminds, and it's devoted to providing micro lessons for either budding entrepreneurs or seasoned entrepreneurs or those that's just kind of looking to see if this is the life that I want to, to live. And we have gathered a great group of people that sit together and they become resources for each other. Actually, the business has taken place and transpired in the room. So
Wow.
a number of business deals have been made from this group. And so it's growing. I initially wanted it to be just a small 12-person group, but why? I don't know, but it grew. And so this week we're having our DMK Masterminds in addition to our 3-year celebration. And so we're having
Wow.
a cupcake and champagne toast. And so there are going to be some leaders that will be there as well to toast DMK Consults. And it just feels good to just, every now and then incrementally take some time to celebrate what you're doing. I like what you started off said. I'm very proud of me. I'm proud of what I'm doing. Girl, me too. And
That's
so
awesome.
I think we have to sometimes be our own
Cheerleader.
cheerleader
Yeah.
and encourage ourselves. I do a lot of, be you
Yes.
every day.
For yourself.
Right. But we have to do that. I do a lot of motivational speeches in the mirror.
Yeah.
And I think it has to start there with just affirming yourself. So aside from it being a micro lesson, we also have food. I have a number of businesses that have either volunteered to and donated things or are sponsors for the event. One in particular is Village West Liquors that will be and has always sponsored all of my DMK events. Both Manu and Don Rattan are my official sponsors of the
Awesome.
Cupcake and Champagne celebration. We also have cupcakes that are being made especially for this event, as well as catered food. And so I think it's just going to be a great celebration for the community. I would love for you, I know you're willing and dealing and got a lot of things going on.
I'm
but
going to be actually out of
certainly-
town.
I know you told me, but yours is a big priority.
Yeah,
so
that
you get
grandson,
a pass.
birthday.
Yeah. But I want to invite the community out because it is a great time. And Kansas City has really put itself on the map as a entrepreneur-friendly community. And I
Yes.
say that because, one, you have a network of people that want, again, to see you do well. And so
Yes.
they are, they will tell you what is out there. They will tell you how to get money, how to receive grants, how to, where your resources are. And it makes it easier when you have people that are not just hoarding information. I hate that. I hate when
Yeah.
people do that.
Share
Even
the
if
information.
you know the
It's
information, tell
available.
me. Don't make me recreate the
Right.
whole book. And so that's one of the things that we're going to be talking about and celebrating. But the topic of the day for DMK Masterminds is, and I wrote it down, it's called Build, Hustle, Repeat.
Yes, I saw
Build,
that.
hustle,
Build,
repeat.
hustle,
That's what we
repeat.
do as business owners. We build,
Yes.
we go out, and then we repeat. And so I'm going to be talking about what that means to create processes, because there are times, and I'm sure you probably tried something and realized it wasn't as effective, it didn't go well, so let me pivot, let me go to plan B and try that and learn that that process worked well. And so we'll be going over a few new processes and talking about what sticks for you to help you build your business better. So it's going
Awesome.
to be a fun topic. And
It's going to be a fun topic. I want to personally invite the community to come.
yes, please.
And we don't have very much time here, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to donate a ticket
Oh, thank you.
to someone that may not be able to go. Now, is this just for, I know this is for new and seasoned
Mhm.
business owners. What about scholars? What about younger people? Can they glean from this? Is this something that's going to be beneficial for them, or is this something that we want to kind of stick with business owners and new business, seasoned and new
think-
business owners?
And I certainly don't want to exclude anybody, but I think for this group, there's a lot of conversation about, I think people would be more apt to share some of their experiences and be candid with like-minded or
With
people that are
like-minded, who are in the
experiencing the
same
same
track.
sphere. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So in a few years, we certainly want to welcome you. But I think it's a very focused group on a particular subject, and so
Absolutely.
within those 2 hours, we're going to maximize
Maximize the
what
time.
we're talking.
Well, I would
talking
love
about.
to, like I said, donate a ticket
Thank you.
to someone who maybe cannot afford to go.
I am so happy you're doing that.
Absolutely.
We need it.
And then because I would be there if
I
I
know
was
you
in
would.
town,
I know you
so
would.
I might as well just give it to somebody else.
I appreciate that. That's what
and-
I like about you,
and just
Jessica,
tell them
is
it's
you
from me in
support.
Kingston.
Okay. And that's, can I
My
say the other,
grandson, yes.
you in Kingston.
Yeah.
The other thing is that there's been businesses and a couple of people in the community that have called in and said, we want to buy a ticket, will not be in town, but we want to really bless another entrepreneur to be there. So we do have, this week 3 tickets that we're going to be giving away. So I'll probably do some kind of fun giveaway. I don't know if we have time today.
If we
but
don't have
we
time,
don't-
if we let's see if anybody can call in within the next 7 minutes at
You can.
816-599-6893, 816-599-6893. So actually, we have 3 tickets from you, and I'm going to give you 1 ticket, and you can do whatever
Thank
you want to do with it.
I sure
But
appreciate
if
that. Now
you-
they're not going to get all 3. It'll be that
One ticket per person.
Yeah, please say that.
And then we'll do this too if you want to maybe comment on
Facebook,
we're
that would
live
be
on
great.
Facebook right now, so if you make a comment live on Facebook, maybe we can do a little simple drawing or something.
Yeah, tell us why this ticket would be important for you, and if you could put that in
In the
Jessica's
comments.
comments on Facebook Live, we certainly
We'll
that's a
consider
great
you to put
idea.
you in the
Yeah.
put you in the raffle for that. That'll be
Yeah.
great. Now, what is most important is that people know how they can get tickets to the mastermind, which is happening on July the 13th, this coming
Yes.
Saturday from 10 a.m.
yes to
to noon
12:30. Yes,
to 12:30.
Yes.
10 a.m. to 12:30, July the 13th. The location is
It's on 80th and Metcalf, and that's in Overland Park, Kansas. It's at the very top. I'm trying to get the address now.
well. If you
so
just
it's
give them
called
how
the
they can
Sky
get
Lounge.
this ticket.
You can go on my website, dmkconsults.com. You can also access Eventbrite.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Cash App if you don't want to pay the fees. All of the social media platforms, DMK Consults has the commercial and promos out there so that you can easily click. It's about 2 clicks and you can have your ticket there.
And
so
they're looking for cupcake and champagne on Eventbrite.
no, they're looking for DMK Masterminds.
DMK Masterminds
Yes.
on Eventbrite. DMK Mastermind on
Masterminds.
Eventbrite. Miss Dion King is the
CEO.
CEO
Yes, of
of
DMK
DMK
Consults.
Consults, and she's celebrating 3 years.
Celebrating 3 years.
And there will be cupcakes and champagne.
Yes, there will be. There will also be a brunch. We also provide a very nice, well-catered brunch for all of our attendees. And just because I'm a foodie, and we just got to have food.
I'm
And so,
so
while we're
excited.
fueling our brains, we're also fueling our tummies, and I think it's just going to be a great time. So thank you for allowing me some, space to just talk about that because,
Absolutely.
entrepreneurs many times feel like they're on an island and they have these silos that they function in. But there's support. There are resources. If you don't want to come to mine, there are many others that are doing that. But I just want it while I'm learning it. I'm not hoarding the information. I am sharing it as I'm learning it as well. So let's
Sharing.
grow together. Come out. Be a part of what we're doing. If you're not able to attend, donate.
Absolutely.
Buy a ticket and bless someone else because this can really be, this is that full circle investment we were talking about. That when
Absolutely.
you want to see people do well, put some money behind it.
Absolutely. And I just appreciate the support. This is what it's all about. And I'm glad that we're doing this in front of the scholars so they can know and start now. When your friends are doing something on campus or when they're involved in things, you want to support. You may not have money as a college kid, but you can tell everybody about it. There's ways that you can support that doesn't take money out of your pocket. And so always lift your coworkers and fellow scholars and classmates. Lift each other up because as you lift others up, there's a world of people lifting you up, especially you don't even know it until that moment. Until that moment, the tears came when you got the information. So that's just the way it works. When you plant good seed grows up in your garden. Yeah, really good.
Absolutely.
So we're excited. Listen, I am so excited about today. This has been a phenomenal power hour with 3 powerhouses. We are so excited that we have Miss Adriana Suarez, Giving Hope and Help scholarship recipient, KC Scholars Scholarship recipient, Hispanic Community Scholarship recipient, College Bound to UMKC, just received her dorm assignment today on Sunday. And so we're excited for her and everything that's going to be happening in her life and how she's going to give back to the community. One of the things that you said, or that was said about you at the scholarship program, you actually got on the mic and pronounced it. Tell us just a little bit about that in 20 seconds.
Okay, so what I said was tras las raíces, which in Spanish translates to like beyond the roots, or yeah. And it was about a business I had created throughout BizFest. 2 years back, I participated in the program and created my own business, and that was the motto for my business.
I remembered that, and thank you for creating your own business. Continue. Keep it going. Miss Maria Maconico is a full ride scholarship recipient who is no longer going to have to, or ever going to have to, stand in a financial aid line. We're so excited. Tell us just a little bit, 30 seconds of what you're leaving with today.
Well, I'm glad that I'm here today and this information, and hopefully I'll have my own business one day.
Yes.
So I'll be following you guys behind your footsteps.
Yes.
So I'm glad I got
Yes.
some good nuggets and
And your
information
mom.
from you guys.
And yes,
Oh, yes.
your mom is a powerhouse.
Yes,
So,
she is.
and I'm just so excited to just see you grow. I've been knowing Maria since she was, I think, 2. So a little precious babe. So Miss Dion King,
Miss
thank you for
Jessica.
coming today.
Thank you.
I'm
I
so
appreciate
excited.
This.
All the best on your upcoming event this Saturday.
Yes. Thank you so
It is going to
much.
be a full house. It's going to be awesome. It's
Thank
going to
you.
be everything and more than what you thought it could be.
Oh, I'm
Your
excited.
expectations will be exceeded.
Thank you so much. I've
Yes.
taken off to St. Louis in the morning to go work with another client. So as soon as I come back, I'm just going to be completely focused on that. So it's going to be an amazing time. And
Awesome. Well,
It's
you'll
just-
have
it's
some
some
windshield
great
time to
things.
get your thoughts together as you drive. And
I've written a lot of speeches while I'm
While
driving,
you're
in my
driving.
head.
Mhm.
Good thing we have dictation
Recording,
on our phones
yes.
because that's how I do a lot of speeches. So,
awesome.
but yeah,
Beautiful.
thank you again.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
I'm so excited. I want to make sure that you got everything you wanted to share. Did you have anything else you wanted to share?
No,
today?
that would be a whole different
You good?
segment. You may
Oh,
need to
nothing.
come
Well,
back.
you know what? She's coming back. You hear
Okay,
that?
that
She's
sounds
coming
good.
back. So, Facebook Live viewers and internet viewers, we're going to have Miss Dion King back for part 2.
Ooh, I love
And
that.
we'll have the scholars back maybe next semester so they can tell us about how their first semester went.
That would be
All
great.
right? That'd be
That's a
awesome.
great idea.
All right. Well, you have tuned in to Purpose, Passion, and Power with Jessica Lynn on KC's Global's community radio station here at KUAW.org. Thank you so much. We will be back on the 3rd Sunday of the month. Same time, same place, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be blessed.